Guten Morgen, guten Tag, guten Abend, wie geht's? Ich bin der Squinty. And you just heard my bad German. Hi, everybody. We are in Schmalzler season, of course, November 2nd, 2022. Just about 5 days left to enter the contest, guys. We're not talking about that quite yet in this video, but we will. I want you to stay hungry. I want you to stay excited about the giveaway because it's a good one. It is Schmalzler season, although you'd never know it from the weather we've been having the last few days here in southeastern Minnesota. I'm going to have to count on Siri or something to do the conversion to metric. I can never do the conversion between Fahrenheit and Celsius in my head, so let's try this. 78 degrees Fahrenheit and Celsius.
78 degrees Fahrenheit is 25.6 degrees Celsius.
Okay, 25.6 degrees Celsius is today's expected high, 78 degrees Fahrenheit. So not exactly the weather to be Schmalzler season. And that's, I guess, why I'm not doing a Schmalzler today. I'm doing a halb Schmalzler or half Schmalzler. This is from Pershel, of course. And because it's from Pershel, and because it contains just regular Schnupftabak, or nasal snuff, in addition to the Schmalzler, it's going to have menthol. We know that. We know that up front. It's Pershel. What is with Germans and menthol? I've never quite completely gotten that. I wonder if it's something Freudian, you know. It was cleaner than when my mommy tried to teach me how to use the Vowset. You know, I have no idea. If it's much cleaner, so if it's not as much Scheiße. I don't know. It's weird. They just love their menthol. All right. Ein Prosit. You know, it's a shame I don't actually speak more German. I'm kind of sad about it. I grew up in a household, my father's people came from Germany to Minnesota in like 1896. And although it was never spoken as like the day-to-day language in the household, there was a lot of German just sort of thrown around. You know, I learned Ich liebe dich at a very early age, I love you. I learned all the polite words, Dankeschön, bitteschön, danke, bitte. You know, learn some just really basic words for silly things that are not really related to anything. Fröhlichkeit for happiness, or Frohe Weihnachten for Happy Christmas. So there was German constantly being thrown around. I mean, I knew right away that Bruder was brother and Schwester was sister and so on. But I don't speak enough German really to do much more than travel for a few days. And it's just terrible. And of course, in Germany, like anybody under the age of 90 speaks better English than I do. So it's kind of a wasted effort. Of course, I had to learn all the dirty words too, you know. You know, and you go, wow, that word really does sound like English. Scheiße, shit, okay. You know, you learn. But I don't really speak German, and it's kind of a shame. All right, let's talk just briefly. Oh, this is super important. I cannot forget this. Remember yesterday, if you saw my review of Gadsden Mill's Norse Blot, which is described as a toasted snuff with menthol. But I was smelling something, particularly in the pouch, that wasn't menthol, and it wasn't eucalyptus, and it wasn't camphor. It was none of the traditional medicaments that I am used to that they add to snuff that gets called medicated. But there was something there, very Vicks Vapo Rub-like, at least in the pouch when I sniffed it. And I had no, excuse me, I'm still fighting this cold. The snuff is helping. So I couldn't figure it out because I was smelling like Vicks Vapo Rub almost in the envelope. None of the tobacco really. Got it into my nose, and what I got was just a real nice cooling blast of menthol, but there was still something else. There was kind of a sweetness, very fresh, just couldn't put my finger on it. Well, I got an email this morning from Jeremy at Gadsden Mill, and Jeremy said, what you were smelling is pine scotch. I'd never even heard of pine scotch until this morning, so I looked it up. And pine scotch is a distillate of pine, pine needles, I believe the article said. And it is aged, and it is like booze, and you add it to make cold medicines. In fact, it's been used forever, several hundred years of using pine scotch as part of a cold remedy. So never heard of it. Glad I know now what it is. And incidentally, I gave the Norse Blot from Gadsden Mill a 4 out of 5 yesterday simply because it was too wet coming out of the pouch. It wasn't just moist, it was wet. It was wet the same way that a fresh can of Copenhagen or Kodiak dipping tobacco would be, oral tobacco. It really too wet to sniff without some difficulty. So I gave it a 4 out of 5, but when Jeremy gets a handle on the moisture, and he says he's going to use a moisture meter next time instead of just judging the moisture by weight, he's going to use a moisture meter the next time, and I will re-review it because I think it's worthy. It would have been a 5 out of 5, as I said, were it not for the excess moisture. So really great quality product. And I think that Jeremy and his lovely and long-suffering wife Courtney are going to have great success with this. I have very high expectations for Gadsden Mill coming up. I told you yesterday a little bit about my order from Mr. Snuff, and I ragged quite a bit on the Snuv line of snuffs, which someone suggested in a comment is made by Six Photo. I don't know that. The hate I expressed for some of the names of their products in my rant yesterday, I got a lot of agreement with that, and I appreciate that. I'm glad to know I'm not the only one with at least a scintilla of my moral code remaining in my aging and cynical mind, that I would react negatively to a white snuff called white crack. All right, I'm not going to go back there. Let's talk about the contest. You need to enter this contest. Now, I understand it only got started a couple of days ago. I've already got about, I think it's 20 entries. I'll have to go back and count. Maybe 22. But remember, I've got 8 prizes up for grabs, and here they are. If you live in the United Kingdom, that would be the islands. That would be England, Scotland, Wales, Ireland, the Republic of Ireland, Isle of Man, Isle of Wight, Shetland, Island of the Dead, Island of the Damned, and the Island of Dr. Moreau. If you live in any of those places, you could win one of 2 £10 Sister Muff gift certificates. I mean, Mr. Snuff gift certificates. All right, 10 GBP value each one. If you live in the 48 continental United States, you stand a very good chance of winning one of 3 snuff prizes. All of the snuff sent out will be factory fresh, sealed, and untouched by human grubby little fingers. Well, I had one of the tins I'm giving away here, and I don't know where I put it. It's a absolutely fresh tin of Elmo's Reserve by Samuel Gawith. Here it is. So you could win this. All of these snuffs come from my personal snuff collection, and I'm giving away duplicates, basically. So you could win a 25-gram tin like this, or you might win a couple of smaller tins. But whatever you get, it's going to be factory fresh, safe, and ready to sniff. Well, as safe as any tobacco product can be. Oh boy. And if you live outside of the British Isles or the 48 continental United States, you have a chance to win one of 3 snuff-taking accessories, again from my personal collection. It could be a spoon, might be a vial or bullet, it might be a snuff jar, it might be a little snuff box. The reason I'm giving this prize to these other areas in the world is because they are small and lightweight, therefore cheap to ship, and, well, cheaper to ship, and I will have fewer problems getting through the customs people in your area. A snuff spoon is, after all, a collector's spoon. A snuff box is, after all, a wooden box. So I don't have to lie on the customs form and stay legal. So now you know my logic. The entry period closes at 12 o'clock, or I'll say 12:01 a.m., 12 o'clock midnight, the morning of the 7th of November, 2022. That is 0600 hours Coordinated Universal Time, or UTC. The drawing will be held on the 11th of November, starting at about 7 o'clock my time, Central U.S. Standard Time. And I will publish the videos as soon as the drawings are complete. There will probably be 3 videos, not just one. I will do a video for the winners in the British Isles. I will do a video for the winners internationally, and I will do a winners video for the 48 continental United States. And that'll happen on the 11th of November 2022. You have to be an adult, subscriber to this channel. You cannot have won the contest in any contest in the any of my contests in the last 6 months. An adult is defined as being of legal age to purchase and consume tobacco in your area of residence. Some places in the United States do have a tobacco age of 21 now, not 18. So you've got to be legal where you live to use tobacco. Fair enough? Also, of course, I can't be responsible for packages lost or stolen in the mail. I can't be responsible for any damages or injury, accidental or incidental, resulting from the use of any of the giveaway prizes. And if you agree to all of that stuff, you are free to enter, and you have a good chance to win, and I do hope you do. Why do I do these giveaways? I'm not trying to buy your subscriptions. Remember, you have to be a subscriber in the first place to enter my contests. But I want to say thank you to my subscribers. This is a lot of fun for me. I have made great friends through this YouTube channel, fellow musicians, pipe enthusiasts, as well as snuff enthusiasts, cigar smokers, and yeah, weed smokers. I've met a lot of great guys and women through this channel. And so it's just a little way I can tangibly say thank you and give you a little early Christmas present. Nothing more. Thanks for watching. As always, you are lovable. You are stronger than you know. We're going to get through any adversity or challenges because good people don't give up. From the Dank Basement, God bless you. We'll talk soon.